Hey everybody, it's Tamika and I am here with a quick process slash tutorial of a card that I am recreating. I got a couple years ago from Bona, who is Live Love Scrap, and she participated in one of the swaps, and this was the card that she sent along with her swap. So I absolutely loved it when she did it on her channel. Then I got it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's a cute, simple little mixed media card that I have been wanting to recreate, along with several other things that are over there in that stash. But I wanted to send out a stack of cards to someone, and I am not the best card artist. I do have a series that I did a whole year's worth of cards that I cased, copy, and selectively edit. And it's 52 cards. So I did one a week. Case a card Tuesday. I also did another case it card, maybe Christmas edition. I'll put both of those playlists down below so you can check those out if you're interested. It's over 52 cards of things that I found on Google, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube that I wanted to recreate. So this is one of those cards that's been in my stash that I want to redo and make a quick little set. So I am going to do that for you here today. So let's go over quickly some of the items that you need, because this card comes together super fast, so it will not be long. So grab things from your stash and let's get started. I'm using this 6x6 paper pad by Prima called Tales of You and Me. It's last year or the year before Valentine, so really vintage chic, vintage shabby papers in there. So I thought that with the card being like it is, I think this is Stationer's Desk or Stationer's Desk. I'm not sure what paper, but this was close to it. So I'm going to use this paper pad. And for my metals, I'm going to use keys, because I had quite a few different ones. So if you guys remember, these cute little keys came in the $1.50 bin at Michael's. So if you have those, dig out your stash. You can use, I think she used some type of a pen thing, but any type of metal piece to go in the middle. These keys, again, also from the Michael's bin. These, I don't know where they came from, but it's just a cute little stack online somewhere. I'm not sure. And then you're going to need some word dies. I do have a tutorial on how to make your own word dies if you have a silhouette cameo with using your own handwriting. I'll put that down below, but I'm using these three, Happy, Bliss, and Lovely. They are Heidi swap dies, and I got them when they were like clearance off for pennies. I'm also going to use these two dies that I got from online. It's the a splotch or splatter and some scribble dies. And then I don't have a big enough butterfly that I wanted to use. I had this one, but it was clunky and I didn't like it. So I'm going to use this dragonfly, and I think it's going to turn out really cute. She embossed her butterfly with an embossing folder, so I'm going to use this one just to add texture to the butterfly. There's some type of mixed media. She maybe used gesso or paint, but I'm going to use this texture paste I got from Tuesday Morning. And this is in matte metallic white. You use a tiny little brad. You'll need a little flower punch. I'm going to use 2 paper flowers in these colors. I'm going to use this white paint. This is from the Dollar Tree. And then you'll need a paintbrush as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Of course, you'll need your hot glue and some wet glue as well, and some adhesive for your paper, ATG tape for the paper, and 1 sheet of cardstock. The cards measure, the base of the card measure 4 by 5.5. So 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11 will make 2 cards. So I'm going to clear this away. I'm going to cut out all of my little elements that I need to cut out, and then we'll be putting the card together. All right, I've cut out all my pieces. I have my little scribble piece and my blotch piece. I've cut out my dragonfly. I cut out my first word here using 110-pound weight cardstock. This is Happy. And then I punched out a little flower that I'll need. And then you'll need 2 pieces of paper. And I cut my paper, mimicking hers, is 2.5 by 2 1/4. And then you'll need an alternate piece at 3 by 1 3/4. All right. And then there's this one. I wanted to show you guys how I rip this paper. So this, if you want like a clean rip without seeing the whites on the cardstock. If you want to keep that way, that's totally fine. But you flip it on the side that you don't want to see. So I want to see the side, so I'm flip it to the back, and then I just tear. So I'm just going to tear to save paper. I'm just going to tear off this little edge. I'm not going to do it too big. And then I want a nice little size here. I may need less, but I definitely can always take it down. So see how you can see this bottom half is what I want. So this is the part that I'm going to show. And then I am just going to measure out. I'm going to cut my sides off. And then this one as well, just a little bit. Just doing some slight ripping. And then I'm going to cut this down just a little. Getting close. I'm holding my fingers close to get a nice neat tear. See? And that's how you do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay these items down. I'm going to use my little tape runner here because I still haven't filled my my ATG gun. So I'm going to put that right there. Easy. And then I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and these two pieces I'm just going to lightly distress by raking my scissors at an angle across the edge of the paper. All the way around. And I'm only going to do that to those two pieces. Okay, I'm going to put some tape on here. Everything to be flat. Okay, so this is just going to lay just like so. I kind of want one pattern paper and then one like plain paper. Okay, so that's going to sit just like so. And then we're going to do this one. Like I said, this will come together quite quickly if you put everything or get everything all together at once. So that's the base. All right, so now we're just going to do a little bit of texture paste. I forgot to mention that you'll need a stencil with your texture paste. So I'm using this one. I don't know where it's from, guys. I just don't. But I'm using this stencil. You can use gesso or paint. Totally up to you. This is my little makeshift thing here. It's just a piece of heavyweight chipboard. I'm going to lay my stencil right down here. I want it to get a little bit on the card and a little bit on the card stock, the pattern paper. And I'm going to lay this a few times in the same area to get a nice thick coating. Okay. All right. Super cute. And then I'm going to do it, I hope that was on camera, and I'm going to do it down here in the lower left hand corner. All right, so that's how that should look. I'm going to hit it with the heat tool to dry this out a little bit. All right, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to set this off to the side, and then we're going to work on this dragonfly really quickly. And I'm just going to grab my key here, and then I'm going to add some hot glue to the bottom and add it right to my little dragonfly. Just like that. We have that. And then I'm going to take my little flower, punch a hole in it in the middle, and grab myself a little white brad. I've had these brads for so long. I don't know where they came from. But put it right there in the middle. And then I'm going to add a little pop dot to the back of that. I'm going to take a little tool here and just kind of curl up my edges a little bit. I'm not going to bring out my mat or anything like that. Just a simple curl. All right, now we can bring this card back out. It's somewhat dry. And I'm going to add hot glue to the bottom of this, the back of this dragonfly and kind of center it. Just like so. Okay. And we're going to add this little squirrely thing, whatever, scribbles. And I'm just going to grab some wet glue. And this is wet glue that is sold by Martha's Creations on Instagram. I'll put her link down in the description box. And I'm just lightly rubbing the edges with this, just to kind of get touch on everything. And then I'm going to add that right here to the bottom. It adds texture, it adds dimension. I love it. And then we have this little blotch. I'm going to add a little glue to that. Set that in the corner. I'm going to take my flowers and take my little tail out of one of them. Take my tail out of that one, and then I'm going to roll this over really tight with the end of my paintbrush. Okay. Just like that. And then take the stem of that one and roll it really tight. Pull it out a little bit. So I don't want this really tight. I'm going to kind of open this up and bloom it a little bit. Add some hot glue to the back. Add some hot glue to the back of this one. Place that there. And I'm going to add some hot glue to this little spring. And kind of tuck that in on the side there. I'm going to take the backing off of the pop dot. Add some hot glue, and I'm going to add this flower here. But I'm actually going to take this spring off of this flower and put it off to the side. I like it better when they're both going the same direction, like that. So, rolled it, stick it back this way with a little hot glue. Now, get my paper out and this paint. I got some water sitting off to the side. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this paint, stick it in my cap, a little bit of the water, make it thick enough where you can splatter the card. Just like that. This will look cute with black splatters too. So I'm going to dry this off with my heat tool. All right, this is what we have. Super cute. Love the splatters. And then the last thing for this card is we have a little happy here. And I am just going to touch the bottoms so that the bottom can stick to the cards with this clear glue. Ah, come on. I know there's more in here. There we go. So I'm just getting the bottoms of this word. And I'm just going to layer it right on top. It's kind of how she had it sitting up a little bit. Easy peasy, cute. Now let's get her card back out. So fun. This was so fun to make. So I'm going to make a couple more with those other two words, and I'll be right back. All right, here are the rest of the cards. So cute. That's the one I just created with you guys. And then I made this one. So pretty. And this one. They all look super cute. And they are dimensional. So they will not have an envelope. They can just, with the recipient, be able to put this in like a package that they're giving away to someone. And so yeah, so I'm going to package it up really quick here. Let's move these off to the side. I got a clear bag and some lace and some little bits. I cut out another little dragonfly and I folded over just a piece of the cardstock from the paper collection. Just going to use my scissors here, make like a little decorative edge. Okay, so I'm going to put the cards in here. Super pretty. Happy. I'll put this bliss next. And then I'm going to, okay, let's put that in there the right way. I'm going to put lovely in there, but I'm going to turn it backwards so the back can show some pretties too. Cute. And then I have my tape going at the bottom, so the recipient would be able to just pull it down and use it, and then reuse the packaging if they'd like. There we go. And then I'm just going to add some glue. This is 4 inches by 6. Scored at 2. And just fold that over. Really cute. Just going to add some lace to go with this little chic vintage vibe that we have going on. And let's see. Put that going this way. Got this little seam binding. Actually, it's just a remnant from something. I keep a lot of stuff. Put a little dot of glue there, and then I'm just going to hang this, just like tap that on there so it can hang off the side. Just even out these little tassels. And then I have my little dragonfly, and then I have another key from the little pack that I showed you earlier from Michael's. And then I'm going to put that on here. So I'm going to add glue to this body. And I'll add the key. And then I have this little gem. I don't know where it came from, but it's an earring, I guess, because I must have taken the back off at some point. Okay, put that right in the center there. Cute. And then take this whole thing and put it on top of that. Just a glob of glue in the middle. That right there. Right on the top. There we go. It's our cute little package. How stinking cute is that? Very easy. All right, guys, I hope you do try this case card. Super pretty. I'll link everything that I mentioned in the video down below in the description box. Let me know what you guys think. If you do try it, recreate it, tag me on Instagram or Facebook. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Like the video if you like it. Bye.